here is our little plan book. So I'm going to try and walk you through some of the plans that we've got. Just as a backstory, we did a bit of this with an architect based in Milan, but actually that wasn't really working for us. And so we got some ideas from them, but we haven't used them for the project. We decided just to use a geometer here, which is a surveyor, and he's also the project manager. And that way we just felt like we had a bit more control over creative decisions. We didn't really want creative input, we just wanted kind of project management in the end. Anyway, we're really happy with this. It kind of feels true to the character of the house. Hannah has done lots of work on this. This has been kind of her side of the project. Mine's a bit more technical. But between us, we found that we could kind of really bring those ideas together. And with the help of the builders, obviously, we're really in a good place. I mean, there's some things which are kind of up for change a little bit. But anyway, I'll talk you through what we have here and we can have a look. Okay, so going through the paper plans. Here is the view as we have it now. So there is obviously there's a plaster on the front of the building that we're going to remove and expose the stonework underneath. The windows will largely stay the same, and we'll be adding new shutters and new windows, and then kind of close up. These are the doors that lead into the lower cantina, but they'll still exist because they need to have some aeration. But really this is just about kind of exposing the brick underneath and to add some new shutters. And there's nothing really complex about this part of the plans. It's all quite kind of true to the building. This is the east facing. This is where I mainly shoot, so it's kind of the inner part of our courtyard. This is the north facing part of the building, which I don't shoot as much. It's a bit ugly because it's had some kind of plaster on it before. We're going to remove all of that as well. In fact, it's already partially done. We're adding two windows here. So we're adding a window here into what will be the kitchen, and we're adding a second window up into the back bedroom because it's a north facing bedroom. It doesn't get a lot of light there. And so this is the idea for this aspect of the house. We've already opened these windows and that's come out really nicely. There's a lot more light coming in, and it allows us to kind of create a new front entrance here into the upper cantina, and then you go into the kitchen from there. This is south facing, and I'll show you on screen now. There's an archway which we didn't know was there in this part here, so behind this old structure. And that archway kind of predates, I think, a lot of the other addition to the building, to the vault that was built inside there. So that's been a really interesting thing. We have to decide what we're going to do with that archway, how that's going to be from now. It's really pretty, but it's not in a completely central position. So it starts here and it sort of finishes. We haven't got to the very end of it, but it potentially finishes a little bit onto actually the other property, because our property is divided down this line here. So the idea here was to create a big double door which comes out into a terrace here. We leave the window upstairs, but we have it just as a single pane of glass instead of the double windows that were there. But now we've got the archway, we need to decide if we're going to keep the archway. It's very expensive to put glass into an archway, of course. It's a unique shape, one of one, so it would have to be completely custom. We've already kind of priced that out, and it's a lot of money. So there's a decision there. Or we make this door slightly wider to accommodate where that archway has come out, which would be really nice as well, to have a bigger door allowing more light. This is going to be a really nice room anyway. I think with the light coming in here, and there's a window on this side too. It will have lots of lovely warm south-facing light. This is the kind of finish that we've been thinking about, whether we finish around the windows in this kind of style, or if we finish in a different way, not so close as to here. The brick kind of goes up to the windows, or the window frames. We kind of like this quite rough, not fully, not a very kind of close pointing on the brick here. These are just kind of ideas, and we're still in discussion with the builders of how to achieve the kind of best option for that, really. Inside we wanted to save as much as possible. There were some really nice bits of plaster. Actually, when we did a few tests, it was very difficult to achieve this, and we're not really sure if this is going to be a final finish. We are going to save lots of the old tiling that we've either pulled out or has stayed in there. So these are some ideas for inside. This is the kitchen. This is really lovely, actually. We've bought a piece of marble, and we bought this a couple of years ago. There's a reclamation yard quite close to here, and we bought this massive piece of marble, not really knowing what we were going to do with it, but we always had this idea to turn that into a kitchen worktop and also an island. And so that's the plan for the kitchen: have an L-shaped kitchen and also an island with this marble. It's a really lovely kind of purple, green, cream coloured marble, really interesting, really unique. And so we're going to start working on that with the carpenter. The same guy that's doing the windows is also going to make the kitchen custom, which we're really pleased about. He was able to undercut the price of prefabricated kitchens a little bit, which is super. That's exactly what we wanted. Now if we have a look at the floor plan, this is for the ground floor. You can see the L of the kitchen, probably it might be a bit difficult to make out with the island there. Here is the north facing, and this is the cantina, so this would be the new entrance which goes into the kitchen there. And we'll have a little cupboard there with a light in to put kind of coffee machines and bits and pieces in there. L-shaped kitchen, as I mentioned. A WC on the ground floor, and then the kind of living room going out onto the terrace area. And this is where the new archway has appeared here that we're making a decision about now. We're also going to build out the walkways in the terrace area a little bit more, a little bit wider, to kind of wrap around the front of the building and give us a little bit more space to be able to use, and also out the front too. The locale tecnico out the front is really important to hide the machines. I might just angle this and see if that works better. That's going to hide the machines, which is the air pump and all of the water exchange to allow the hot water to be stored. And this is quite a big industrial air pump, which will do hot air pump, which will do both buildings, which will do the underfloor and the radiators as well. Really excited about that. It's taken a little while to sort of find the right person to do that, but the guy we found seems excellent. So yeah, we're really pleased. This I think you've already seen in other images. It's just a black and white version of east and north. I don't know how well you can see it. So that's got the locale tecnico, just a little room which used to be a hen house, and we're allowed to build that because it was still classed as original. You're not allowed to build anything new here. So that was originally there, so we can turn it into something else. That's east facing, which shows where the terrace will be and how the windows will look. Okay, and then upstairs we have bedrooms. There's the bedroom at the back with the new opened window here. with a bathroom inside. That wall, there was originally a wall here which has come down, and we're going to add a new wall in there. We have to change the stairs a little bit because they were very steep. Then there's a bedroom at the back here, also with a bathroom, and a bedroom at the front. And this was the bedroom that we found a couple of extra bits in, fireplace and little kind of wardrobe area. That's where we're at. It's really exciting. It's we've spent a long time just thinking about this project and how it's going to come together. And so yeah, it's amazing to be finally there and finally doing it. There's still lots of decisions to do day by day, but it's really working. So we're thrilled.